She was spotted walking by the church, by the middle school, on the cameras. They saw her hang out in the parking lot for a little bit and then get up and leave. They didn't see a vehicle or anything else. They just saw her walk away around 9 a.m. heading towards the school, but she never made it.
Well, according to investigators, none of that is true. None of that. And if it isn't true, why is she saying it? You know, was she just parroting what Stephan Sterns told her? Or is there some sort of coordination between the two? That's the unanswered question. Susan, Constantine, I want to let people know that you're also a jury consultant, right?
Yes.
And I'm curious, what do you think, like, members of the public, like people who would be sitting in a jury box would think of a guy who looks like this, who has mannerisms like this, in light of the accusations that they'll be aware of?
Sure. So I began my career in witness prep, and I've worked with a lot of these really kind of creepy looking people. And you know, Vinny, because you've been a prosecutor all these years, is that the jury is going to judge the defendant on his appearance. It's impossible for them not to. So with the dark beard, which tends to look very villain-like, and also that he's hiding information, you know, just being kind of masked behind that dark beard is going to be really off-putting if he's in that courtroom. The other thing is they're not going to want to make eyes with him, right? So if he even tries to make eye contact, you're going to see, especially women, are going to divert eyes right away from them. But what I noticed here, Vinny, is that the more he felt significant, the more he leaned in. I saw this like he was throwing the fishing line out through that into the water, and he was pulling him in. And the more he pulled him in, the more he leaned forward. And what he did masterfully, and I think they will agree with me, he used the five senses. He used the five senses to help him to recall memory. The smell of the poop, the taste of the berries, the hearing, which is the music, the touch of the blanket and the feeling, and also connecting with him more on an emotional level, like, I hear you, dude, I validate you, and he minimized, and he didn't make him feel threatened. That's why you don't see a lot of anxiety in him, because he hasn't increased it. So he's doing a beautiful job and almost using what we call a cognitive type of approach to bringing out a conversation, and so masterfully. In fact, so good, I'm going to mention this in my new book that's coming out in January.
Jonathan Lee
so
Riches,
good.
I'm going to give you the final word tonight. We have about 30 seconds left. What are the unanswered questions that you have tonight about this entire investigation?
Well, you know, they released charges, right, on Sterns, and they lay out all the graphic details. I mean, it's horrendous. I'm just wondering why the medical examiner didn't release the cause of death. They haven't released that, and we're at 6.5 weeks now since this tragedy happened. Why not? If you're going to release the other details of what he did with his electronic devices, you would think that the medical examiner would release the cause of death. The cause of death, I think, is important. Is others involved or not in this case? Yeah,
cause and manner. I understand they can't release the whole report because of the restrictions on the law, because of the nature of the domestic violence, but at a minimum, manner and cause would answer a lot of questions. Susan Constantine, Dr. Gary Brucato, thank you both so much. Jonathan Lee Riches, JLR Investigates on YouTube. Make sure you download it and take a look at it after the program tonight. Thanks so much, folks.